Yes, this video is not a clickbait. Around 2 weeks ago, I saw the sun for the first time in what I believe is 4 months, maybe even longer than that. You see, I've been living a very weird kind of a lifestyle because I have a night shift job and I work during nights, so I sleep during days, and I wake up very late, around 7 p.m. That is the time when I wake up, and I've been working this job for over a year. And I love my job. This job is great, I love my colleagues. Almost everything about this job is perfect, except for the fact that, that's right, I'm not seeing the sun. And it comes with a bunch of downsides. Because believe it or no, not every single one of you would survive living in the dark for so long. And in this video I will explain why so many of you would die in the dark. It might sound crazy, but it's true. And in this video I will give you my opinion on working during the night and not seeing the sun. This video is also relevant for those of you who are gamers. I'm a gamer myself, I play video games, and I understand that many of you do not want to go to sleep early. Myself, until I got on self-improvement, I was playing video games during nights. I would go to sleep like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning and I would sleep until like 12 p.m. So you can understand that my sleep was shitty. Maybe that's why I chose to work a night shift job, and I adapted pretty easily because I was gaming during nights before, prior to getting my job, but now I'm on a self-improvement and I'm working on myself. If you don't know who I am, my name is Karolis, and I've been working on myself for longer than a year. I'm on self-improvement, I'm trying to make some progress in the gym, I'm trying to improve my mental state, and the thing is that I cannot improve everything because, as I said, I love my job but I cannot see sun. So I will start with a very sensitive topic, which is depression. And there are people who say depression isn't real, and even though, yes, I do support Andrew Tate, please don't hate me for this, but I do support him, I do believe that depression is a real thing, because one of my very close family members actually has this illness, if I can call it an illness, and it's done some very bad things to this person. So I know that depression is real and it is dangerous. It's dangerous in a way because people who are depressed, they don't see life in a colorful way. But this video is not about the depression. The point is, the point of why I'm mentioning depression in the first place is that there's this thing called seasonal depression, also known as winter depression. And the reason why so many people get depressed during winters and they are so happy in summers is because of the lack of sun. During winters, especially here where I live, it's Eastern Europe, and it gets dark very early, and most of the time it's very dark outside during winters. And people, they don't get enough sunlight, and it actually messes with their brain, because one of the things that the lack of sunlight does to you is it inhibits the production of the vitamin D, and vitamin D is one of the most important vitamins for your body. Now, I'm not a doctor or anything like that, I'm just a simple guy on self-improvement, but I understand the importance of vitamin D. The thing is that vitamin D is responsible for how strong your bones are, and also your muscle strength, the strength of your joints. So it's incredibly important to get enough vitamin D for older people who have weaker joints. Let's be real, many older people, they have problems with their joints or muscle. When you get older, your muscle mass kind of starts to slowly degrade and you start losing muscle mass. That's why it's important to stay active, to still work out no matter how old you are. It's even more important to work out for older people than for younger generation when it comes to health benefits, in my opinion. But no matter what's your age, just do something active because it's good for your health. The thing is that vitamin D does amazing things to human body. Like I mentioned before, your joints will feel better when you have enough vitamin D in your body, your muscle will feel stronger, you will hit higher numbers in the gym easier. It's actually been proven that vitamin D is very anabolic, so if you are a natural lifter who is trying to maximize your gains, and I understand that I'm talking a lot about gains because gains are very important to me personally. I'm trying to grow as much muscle as possible, but vitamin D actually works like a natural steroid if you get enough of it. And that's why the first thing that I had to do when I started working during nights is I had to purchase some vitamin D supplement. But I was stupid. I was really stupid. I didn't even think about the importance of this vitamin, so of course I didn't buy it. I had to experience what it feels like to have absolutely horrible amount of vitamin D in your body. Imagine not taking any vitamin D supplements, living in a country which is not a tropical country, so people here, even if you see sun, you're still deficient in vitamin D, and not seeing sun at all. So at first, like an idiot, I wasn't taking any vitamin D supplements. I wasn't even taking any supplements at all. And I wasn't getting sun because I was working during the nights. I was drinking Red Bull and doing a lot of shit during nights, like beating my cock. You know what I mean? The thing is that the lack of vitamin D, it actually suppresses your serotonin production. In other words, low amount of serotonin basically leads to depression, or at least bad moods, big mood swings. And yeah, I experienced it when I started working during nights. And I was thinking, damn, I love my work. I love my job. My colleagues are very friendly. I can work this job all the time. You know, I love my job. But why am I feeling so moody? And I'm thinking, what's the point of life if I will die? That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, what's the point of life if I will die? I haven't done this in my life and this and that, and I'm still living in the house with my mom. Do I even want to get out of this house? And then I'm thinking, do I get paid enough for this job? A bunch of shit is on my head. I mean, in my head. Let's be grammatically correct. So these thoughts, I believe that if I was a lazy person sitting in my room, jerking off day and night, not getting enough sleep, these thoughts would have led me to a severe depression. But lucky me, I was working out. I got extremely passionate with it, and I saw some meaning to my life because of the gym. And yes, gym and activities, they make people happier. So actually, I watched a video the other day about the winter depression, and one of the tips this guy gave was start working out more frequently. And I actually agree with this. It actually helps to kind of slow down your depressive thoughts. At least when I'm in the gym, I'm not thinking shit. I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna smack some weights. I'm gonna try to hit my record. And even if I don't hit my record, I'm thinking I tried my best, you know, happy thoughts. So yeah, from my experience, a regular physical activity definitely helps you to fight these depressive thoughts that come with a lack of vitamin D. And let me tell you something interesting. If you are not living in an exotic country, I'm talking about Turkey, maybe Indonesia, Malaysia, you know, Philippines. If you are not living there, probably most of you live somewhere like in UK or the United States, maybe in Europe like me. I can bet my titties that if you are not taking any vitamin D supplements, you are deficient in vitamin D. No matter how much of sun you're seeing, that's not enough, because you really need to see sun for an extremely long periods of time, and it really needs to heat your body for you to receive huge benefits of vitamin D without any additional supplementation. So if you don't live in an exotic country, I definitely recommend you to purchase something like this. And if you're a man who is working on yourself and who really cares about self-improvement like me, and who really tries to get enough of minerals and vitamins every day, I would say get the highest dosage of vitamin D available, which is, I believe this one is 5000 IU, which is a very high dose of vitamin D. And yes, it is healthy. It's done wonders to me. It's done wonders to my mood despite the lack of sunlight. Of course, vitamin D supplement is not sun, so it will not cure all of the negative symptoms that you might experience from the lack of sunlight, but it's better than nothing. And be careful with these supplements because it is possible to overdose vitamin D, even though it is very unlikely to happen. But I've heard that it is very possible to overdose vitamin D. So my recommendation, my advice would be take up to 5000 IU of vitamin D. Don't take more than that, but I do not recommend you to make the same mistake that I made in the past. I had purchased a completely random vitamin D supplement. I didn't even check how much of vitamin D it has. And then it turned out that it had like 1000 IU. And it's an extremely low dosage, especially for a person who doesn't see sun. But yeah, I purchased my first vitamin D supplement relatively late, so I lived with these kind of depressive thoughts day in and day out. Gym and my progress definitely helped me very much. I'm very happy for what I have achieved. Another thing that is actually not really being discussed that much, even doctors are not really aware of this, but there have been studies done, and it turns out that the lack of vitamin D supplementation might lead to a lower amount of testosterone produced by male's body. It means that if you don't get enough of vitamin D, you are kinda suppressing your testosterone levels, and testosterone levels, they are extremely important for you to, first of all, build your body, grow muscle. Testosterone is very important for your libido levels. And I don't know if this is a correlation or no, but I believe that when I started taking vitamin D, it might have been a placebo effect. I don't think it has added much to it, but my libido is through the roof. I want to have sex 24/7. I'm a really fucking horny guy. But keep in mind that I'm also a porn addict. I made another video talking about my addiction and why watching so much of porn has almost ruined my life. So I definitely recommend you to watch that video if you haven't watched it before. But, and by the way, I like big butt. I haven't experienced any muscle weaknesses or, let's say, bone weaknesses from not getting enough vitamin D and from not getting enough sunlight, but that's the thing. Apparently it's one of the symptoms that you don't get enough vitamin D. If your joints are not feeling too healthy, imagine you go to the gym and you start doing something like laying hamstring curls, and you feel like your left or right knee hurts when you're doing this thing. Obviously stop doing it, but there's a slight chance that a lack of vitamin D is responsible for that thing. The same is with, like, imagine your bicep like curling and then you feel like your joint over here hurts, your elbow hurts from inside. It might be a sign that you need to supplement yourself with more vitamin D. Not necessarily, but there's a possibility, and I would definitely recommend you to get your blood tested. It's not that expensive, I believe. In some cases, your doctor might prescribe you to test your blood for free. So yeah, definitely get it tested so you at least know that you are 100% deficient in this vitamin. And that's why sunlight is important, because sunlight is basically a free source for this vitamin. Now, of course, you need to get a shitload of sunlight to get enough of vitamin D, and it's impossible to overdose the sun. It's possible to overdose the pills and capsules of vitamin D, but it's impossible to overdose the sun. So the more sunlight you get, the better it is. Now let's talk about other downsides of not seeing the sun for such a long time. One of the most important functions of the sun, one of the best things that the sun does to our bodies is that it regulates your circadian rhythm. In other words, there's a reason why people sleep during the night and not during the day. Because when the day is here, then outside it's bright. And brightness, it actually decreases your melatonin levels. And what melatonin is, it's a hormone, naturally produced hormone, and it makes us sleepy. So the less light we are getting, the darker it gets, the more melatonin our body produces, and the more sleepy we get. That's why whenever the sun goes down, it's an evening, of course, and you start getting tired, you start to yawn, and whenever the sun goes up, it can literally wake you up without any alarm clock. If it's bright enough, you will wake up and you will know that it's morning, it's time to wake up. And our bodies got adjusted to it, and if you let the sun decide when you go to sleep and when you wake up, you will get a perfect amount of sleep. Because a human body needs 7 to 10 hours of sleep. It really depends on a person. I believe that older people, they can get 5 hours of sleep and they will be okay. But especially us, like me and my brother, younger generation of people, we need to sleep more. There's a reason why babies go to sleep so early as 9 p.m. and they sleep for so long. Because our bodies, they need enough of sleep. Getting enough of sleep will result in the best balancing of our hormones. When we sleep, our body kind of detoxicates, if you know what I mean. Like, our body becomes fresh again. When we sleep, our growth hormone activates, so our body naturally grows when we are sleeping. That's why sleep is so important. And if you are sleeping for less than 6 hours, you are literally doing your body a big disservice. And if you are building your body, if you want to gain muscle and you don't get enough of sleep, you will not progress, bro. Maybe you will progress in the first 3 months because of beginner gains, but your body grows when you are sleeping. That's the thing. So of course, when I started to improve myself, when I started to work on myself, I started to prioritize my sleep. The problem is that I would have to work during the night when everybody is sleeping, when my natural melatonin level technically is supposed to go up and I'm supposed to get sleepy and tired. I'm supposed to work. And whenever the sun comes up and everybody starts waking up, that's when I go to sleep. And at first I had problems with that. If you have ever tried to sleep with your light on, that's the feeling that you will get if you go to sleep when the sun is shining very bright at you. You literally cannot really fall asleep. You close your eyes and you see that brightness in your eyes. And your body, it wants to wake up and dance. It doesn't matter that I haven't slept in 16 hours or so. My body wants to dance. It pretends that it doesn't need sleep, even though it does need sleep. And that's the thing. I was forcing my body to go to sleep. Until one day I decided to do something, and I decided to trick my body into believing that when I go to sleep, it's the night. So how did I do that? This is what I bought. This is the melatonin. And yeah, I told you that melatonin is a natural hormone in our bodies, and when this hormone goes up, that's when we get sleepy, and that's when we get tired, and it helps us to fall asleep. It's not responsible for our sleep quality, but it's responsible for how quick we will fall asleep. And I bought melatonin supplements. They are very cheap and they are accessible to everybody. You literally swallow an oral capsule and drink some water on top. And within like 1 hour, it will make you sleepy. And of course, when your body starts getting adjusted to 1 milligram of melatonin, you can start taking 2 milligrams of melatonin and increase the number of these pills taken. The more you take, the sleepier you get. There's no point in taking too much of it. I started with a very low dose, and if you cannot fall asleep and if you want to buy this supplement called melatonin, I definitely recommend you to purchase it and to try it for yourself, but definitely start with the lowest dosage available, because in the end your body will get used to that dosage and your body will need a bigger dosage. So why would you want to start with a big dosage when you can fall asleep easily and benefit from taking a lower dosage of it? I mean, every single supplement I take, I started with an extremely low dosage, and with time I started to increase my dosage. So that's a quick tip for you. And another thing that I did is I bought this. This is like an eye mask, and look at this. Don't I look cool with it? It's literally dark and I cannot see any light whatsoever. I know that it's bright in my room because of my lamp, but I cannot see anything whatsoever. And all I see is a black color. So this thing, it actually makes my brain think that it's actually dark, and it raises up my natural melatonin levels and makes me fall asleep faster, thus giving me a better sleep quality, because I'm sleeping for 8 to 9 hours with this mask on, and during this time my body and my brain thinks that it's night, that it's time to sleep, that it's dark. And yeah, ever since I bought this eye mask, I started to sleep much better. I like to sleep in the cold room. Sometimes my brother comes into my room and he asks, "Why is it so cold? How can you sleep in such a cold environment?" It works. It works for me. I mean, not everybody can sleep in the cold environment, but I can, and I like it. So yeah, those are the things that I did to fix my sleeping. And yeah, now I sleep during days and I fall asleep very quickly. I sleep no problems, except that I pee a lot, I go to the toilet a lot, but it has nothing to do with the lack of sunlight. So I'm not gonna talk about it. But other than that, my sleep quality has been amazing because I found some fixes to it. And when you don't get enough of sunlight, your body tends to need more sleep, so you need to sleep more, you need to sleep longer. Most people, they benefit from sleeping 7 to 8 hours. My body needs at least 9 to 10 hours of sleep, and I believe that a part of that, of why I need so much of sleep, is because my body needs more sunlight. I literally did some research before making this video, and I saw some people who work night shift jobs, and they say that they need more sleep because they don't get to experience witnessing the sun. Let's go back to a depression, because now I remembered that one of the reasons that you kind of start getting depressed when you don't get enough of sun is that it kind of imbalances all of your hormones, including your stress hormone, which is called cortisol. And when this hormone is imbalanced, that's when you start getting stressful and extremely anxious for no reason. So to combat that, I bought myself this supplement called ashwagandha. It's a natural herb from India, very natural supplement that literally killed all of my stress. I don't take it anymore. I'm not really stressed these days. I'm pretty happy. But especially at first, living without a sun, and when I wasn't used to this lifestyle, I really started noticing that not only I'm getting some depressive thoughts, but also I'm getting stressed for no reason. Like somebody from my workplace calls me and I'm like, like that. And, in the gym, I'm thinking, will this guy see that I want to use this machine or no? I don't know. I'm not going to try it. That kind of stressed for no reason whatsoever. I didn't have to be so stressed, but I was stressed. At that moment, I didn't know why I'm stressed, but then I realized that it's probably because my body needs more vitamin D and I'm not getting enough sunlight. So yeah, I bought ashwagandha, which is again a natural supplement, and it really works. It kills the stress. It has some side effects, not long-term side effects, but ashwagandha, it kind of numbs your feelings, so you're not feeling happy, but you're not feeling stressed whatsoever. So yeah, if you are okay with not feeling too happy, this side effect only lasts as long as you take the supplement, so you will be fine if you stop taking the supplement. But if your stress levels are insanely high, I might make a separate video about the supplement, but if your stress levels are insanely high, definitely recommend that. Check it out. It's available online, it's available most likely in your local pharmacy, and yeah, you can get it. Overall, it's very possible to survive without the sunlight, but not everybody would survive it because, as I mentioned before, especially those people who work night shift jobs and they don't really take care of their physique, they don't go to the gym, they're sitting at home drinking Red Bulls during the night to stay awake, they might get too depressed, too sad, and depression is a very, very, very sad thing. And I believe that depression begins because of bad choices of the person, bad lifestyle. If you are living a sad lifestyle with the same boring routine every single day, you might be questioning, what's the point of living? Well, bro, you need to try new exciting shit in your life. You need to try new stuff. Try traveling. Don't have money? Try a new video game. Try to go to the gym. Try to get into some new activity or hobby. Try to make new friends. Get into a new group of friends, There are many things that can help to cure the depression, and the biggest advice for me is change your lifestyle. And get enough of minerals and vitamins because, yeah, it will definitely help you with that. Anyway, other than that, as I said before, I love my job. Of course, there are downsides of working during the night. Like, I feel like I live under a rock. When I wake up, a shitload of things have already happened in the world and everybody is already aware of it, but not me. And I feel like this mushroom, thinking, what the fuck? I also don't really see my family members that much because when I'm awake, they are sleeping. When they're awake, I'm sleeping. And they definitely miss me. They don't really see me that much. And even my mom is like, oh, you're here. Oh my God, you're here. I see you. So yeah, there are downsides of working during nights, but some people are made for this. Other people are not made for this. And if you are made to work during nights like me, if you're okay with that schedule, if you are happy about your job and if you're happy about your salary, the lack of sunlight, I definitely missed sun very much. Especially during winter when I stopped seeing sun whatsoever because, when I was working in the summer, I could still see sun when I woke up. I could see the sunset happening and I was looking at it so happily. But when winter came, I stopped seeing sun whatsoever. I would go to sleep and then I wake up and it's dark outside, no sun. And I started missing those days when I saw sun. So every time I see sun, I'm so happy right now. I feel like some of the best things in life are definitely overlooked. Like some of the most important things in your life, you might be whatever now. But whenever you lose these things, whenever you lose access to these things, you will think, whoa, I really miss this. It's the same as imagine your mom or something like that, your close relative. Right now it's like, whatever. But whenever you lose that relative, you will be like, oh, I wish I still could talk to this person. And the same is with sun, actually. You don't really appreciate the sun. Sometimes you go outside and you're so happy and you don't know the reason why you're happy. You think it's just a beautiful day. But the sun, it definitely adds up to that. It helps you to stay happy. It helps you to have a more stable mood throughout the day. And you only realize that whenever you lose access to the sun. So now I'm very, like, I appreciate seeing the sun very much. Like, whenever I saw the sun 2 weeks ago, I was forced to wake up earlier because I had to go to my grandma's birthday. So I woke up earlier and then I saw the sun and I was like, oh my god, I wish I could stay here and look at the sun for the rest of the day. So I just took a picture of the sun and everybody around me looked like... looked at me like I'm an idiot. Like, who the fuck takes a picture of a sun in 2024? Like, what? Like, it looked like everybody else is hiding from the sun, and I'm the only one who's like, whoa, whoa. They probably thought that I'm worshipping the sun. So yeah. Anyway, comment your opinions on this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you watched it until the end. Actually, if you watched this video until the end, can you comment down below, I watched this video until the end, because I really want to see how many of you watched this video until the end, and should I make more videos like this? And remember, life is tough but rewarding. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you later. Bye.